The biggest dumb down I've ever heard is this: whites are the only people who started slavery, and that's what caused racism. That kind of statement only stands if emotion outweighs historical truth. I've learned that truth doesn't need outrage, it needs precision. So I dug deeper. Genesis 21:34 describes Abraham living in the land of the Philistines. At the time, that land was part of ancient Canaan, not Palestine as we know it today. The Romans wouldn't apply the term Palestina to the region until centuries later, long after Abraham's time. So when people today call Jesus a Judean Jew living under Roman occupation a Palestinian, it's a historical distortion. It's assigning a modern national identity to someone who lived in an entirely different era under entirely different circumstances. Philistines and Palestinians are not linked by ancestry. Just by how the names sound, and sounding similar doesn't make them the same. Back in high school during AP World History, a question came up that stuck with me. Which came first, racism or slavery? Most people didn't know how to answer that. Uncertainty pushed me. I started digging, and once I did, things got clear. Slavery came first, and it was universal. Slavery is as old as civilization itself. Long before skin color became a dividing line, people enslaved others who shared their race, language, or tribe. Racism, while ancient, came later as a justification, a convenient excuse to dehumanize those already conquered. Whether the difference was religion, region, language, or color, the instinct to dominate came first. And let's not pretend it was one-sided. Within the Black community, colorism is real. Darker-skinned individuals face bias from lighter-skinned peers. Africans enslaved fellow Africans, whites enslaved fellow whites, Arabs enslaved people from every group. The Arab-Muslim slave trade was one of the largest in human history. Everyone played a part. In certain regions in the Middle East, they're still doing it even today. And it hasn't ended even today. Illegal slavery exists around the world. Children trafficked, laborers treated as property, women exploited to the point their lives are erased literally. Modern slavery is real but ignored because most people are too focused on their own comfort and selfishness to confront it. Doing good is not natural, it's work. So which came first? Slavery did that alone disrupts the claim that racism birthed slavery. If humans were basically good, why was slavery so universal? There's hardly a society that didn't practice it. Asia, Africa, indigenous America, Europe, the Middle East. We don't just repeat history, we deny how ugly it truly was. Because here's the truth. History doesn't repeat itself, it accuses. Ask this in any classroom. If slavery and racism are universal across time and culture, then why do you still believe people are inherently good? Some students may hesitate, some will defend their optimism, but reality doesn't care. Humans have done awful things consistently and often without remorse. It is easier to do wrong than to do right. Every major spiritual tradition warns us against what comes naturally. Sin, violence, pride, destruction. Christianity speaks of original sin. Islam warns of the nafs, our ego. Even before religion, history showed us this. Humans don't slide into goodness, they fight to get there. Even the kindest person, give them pain, betrayal, or loss, and you'll see it. We break, we lash out. Doing good is a conscious decision. We choose kindness, we resist revenge. We build character on struggle, not instinct. And if you look at ancient societies before the emergence of the Jewish people and the giving of the Torah, the world wasn't a place of peace and kindness, it was brutal, violent, lawless. The Torah introduced the idea of morality to a broken world. It drew the first lines in the sand. It said, "This stops here." Not everyone followed it, but no one forgot it. Selective memory is a modern disease. Holocaust comparisons get thrown around casually, as if to win moral points, but they often miss the point entirely. Jewish people don't memorialize the Holocaust just for themselves, they do it to say, never again for anyone. It's not about guilt, it's about remembrance. A warning to the world, not just a lesson for Jews, because when it happens to one people, it can happen to any people. That's the truth. History keeps trying to teach, and the one society keeps forgetting. And yet when the world grows weary of hearing it or rolls its eyes at Jewish pain, that's the proof we still need to say it. Because truth isn't offensive, it's just rarely convenient. And here's what many forget in American history: inconvenient truths of American slavery. Some free black Americans owned slaves. They inherited them, bought them, managed them, passed them on, especially in places like Louisiana, South Carolina, and Maryland. And assuming these owners were more just or kind to their own people would be lying to yourself. Slavery corrupts no matter who holds the whip. Native American tribes also held slaves. They enslaved fellow natives and black people alike. Some even before the arrival of Europeans. The Choctaw, Chickasaw, and other nations didn't abolish slavery until 1866, after Juneteenth, through treaties signed post-Civil War. None of this is meant to deflect blame, it's to restore truth to the conversation. Slavery wasn't invented by one race, it was committed by a species. It was a global stain, and everyone's fingerprints are on it. Because the moment we edit the past to fit the present, we lose both. Slavery was humanity's failure, not just America's, not just white America's, not just Europe's, everyone's. And if we keep cherry-picking history to suit our feelings, if we erase complexity in favor of clean narratives, we're not educating, we're just dumbing down again.